All right, welcome back everyone to MDSR Summer 2021. I am once again Creeper as your host, and up next we have Rytro running the Ancient Gods Part 1 and 2 100% on the Nightmare difficulty.
Hello, it is me, Rytro. And I am joined by the wonderful Choco. Choco, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Choco. I'm a Doom Eternal speedrunner.
Oh, cool. Short and sweet. How it goes. Hi.
Yep.
For people who don't know me, hi, I'm Rytro. I speedrun like so much in this game. Basically, what you're gonna see today is my current project is working on an anthology speedrun, basically speedrunning campaign through Ancient Gods Part 2, 100% UN. So you're basically gonna see the back half of that. We're gonna do Ancient Gods 1 and 2 in this time. So first off, just making sure that I have a save file for each. And yeah, we're gonna just hop into it. You guys just saw Tag 1 run, so a lot of the stuff will be the same. Just note that the run is very fast-paced, has a lot of combat, and yeah, we'll try to give you the baseline of what's going through my head as soon as this. Also, I forgot to mention, Choco is humble as heck. He's done so much routing for Tag 1 that like half the BFG routing was done by this guy. So
Thanks.
so you know, big deal. Don't listen to them. They're a great router / runner. Okay, time will start as soon as I skip this cutscene. I'll give you a little countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. So first things first, just equipping some mods that are optimal for speedruns. I accidentally used Flame Belch because that's the same key as skip. It's great. One thing you might notice, differing from Horse Run, there's slightly different enemies in this because I'm playing on a different patch.
Oh yeah, 5.0.
Yeah.
5.0 is just a little bit less enemies in UACA, I believe.
B-hops, please. B-hops, please. You're embarrassing me. Thank you. Okay.
Just ever so slightly faster.
Yeah.
Trade-off is of course. Yeah, there's a big trade-off.
Yeah, Blood Swamps is made substantially like a minute longer. However, in my weird arbitrary rules I do for like these anthology runs, oh, I don't have Blood Punch. Thank you. Oh, Flame Belch cutscene. Oof. Cool. We'll just kill these guys. No combos. We don't need combos. Who needs combos? Yeah, one thing that's weird about the DLCs that you don't see in base campaign is Blood Punch management is like 10 times more important in this game.
Yeah, he has to keep his armor up really high for the beginning in order to get blood punches from armor for blood and health for blood, because there are a ton of cyberminks.
Wow. Okay, like Quarth, that you didn't see that. You didn't see that. This is still a restricted rule set.
Yeah. Technically, that wouldn't be allowed on speedrun.com anymore, just because of that accidental zip. But of course, you know, this is a marathon. We're not going to read too much about that.
What I'm running isn't even an official category. I don't care. Okay, I'm a bit low. I'm gonna. You didn't see that.
No.
I was a bit low. I was gonna get one glory kill for safety, and then I fired a shot before. I blood punched before I fired a shot, so I didn't get that instant glory kill. Sorry, I'm not a CS:GO. I'm not a CS:GO player. Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is super smooth. And I forgot to mention earlier, there's more than just Blood Swamps that's longer and more difficult. There's another more well-known change.
I've been trying to repress the Slayer Gate, okay? Like, you don't need to we'll get to it when we get to it. Yeah, the Slayer Gate in the hole to the last level in Tag 1, it's substantially harder. They decided to add in a possessed marauder, so you'll see that when we get there. Ideally, we won't have to deal with it.
Yeah,
So
we don't tend to like Marauders when we speedrun.
especially on these patches where killing them is a lot harder. Could you die? What? Lock-ons just didn't want to kill this dude. Okay. It's cool.
Nice defense.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
All. You gotta learn how to think on your feet when you're as bad as me, because you can't nail the strats consistently.
Well, for any speedrunner, that's definitely a really important necessity. Like, people always assume speedrunning is just like, you always just input like what you've practiced forever, and for a lot of games it's like that, but for Doom Eternal, nothing ever goes 100% right.
Yeah.
It just never happens.
Especially when you do this much combat. Oh, by the way, there's a Marauder here.
Oh.
He's going for a swim. Yeah, when you meat hook onto Marauders, they want to stay stationary for some reason, so we can even interrupt their like jump pattern there. Oh god, Choco, tell me how many resets you had to do because of this arena coming up right here.
Oh, you know, I think it might actually be in the hundreds. Like, it might actually be in the hundreds. This strat is super difficult.
Yeah, this is a strat found by Bowser, and it's super hard. I'm gonna focus really tough here. Basically, we have a crane that's due to arrive, and we have to meet it when it gets here. But here's the thing. We have to wait during that, so why not do some combat? So we're doing a secret encounter during that whole time. And if I did this just correctly... There's Cacos. Whoop.
Oh, nice.
Please.
Oh, oh.
I got it. No. Not worried. Not
Wow,
worried.
That was... Whew, that was great.
Oh, I missed him. Just line up
Yeah,
the
we
shot.
Kill this Caco for the combat rating.
That's good. I'm confident. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. We saw the we saw the objective marker flash. I got him. Mark it down. I probably would have gotten him earlier, but I kind of hit that crate at a weird angle, so you know, you just learn and live.
That was so intense. Really impressive you got that. That is just a very difficult strategy.
Dude, I didn't get that in practice a
And you got
single
there with
time.
enough time. You got it with enough time to even have like that weird mechanic with like the Geo and running into it with too much speed.
Here's a strat I found that Choco doesn't like doing when I saw him run this game.
Too scary.
You can charge D-Blade when you're going through a death plane and keep it, so it's very useful for taking down those Revenants very quickly. Of course, you could just line up a D-Blade hitting all three, but, like, death abuse, dude. Come on, dude.
The turrets go by again.
I would punch cancel this, but I'm not reliable at punch canceling. It's difficult for the PB with me. Because I have my MMO mouse, as people will let me know, I have to do some weird motions in order to do the punch cancel effectively with a PB.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. Like, I always found having weapons on my mouse to be like very difficult to use. But you have, is it all your weapons on your mouse?
Yes, all my weapons are on my mouse. I do not swap a single key with my keyboard.
And you're like unique in that regard in the community.
I'm surprised everyone hates it. I can't go without it. Is this like just some weird?
I to try, but
is this just some weird Stockholm syndrome, or do people just not want to give it a shot? And I'm actually intelligent. Oh, by the way, I just want to confirm for all of you, there is a Marauder that spawns there. You saw it, okay? Okay, we good? Now, look what happens when I just go up here and hug the wall. He doesn't spawn in.
Oh no, poor guy.
I mean, like,
real.
He should have just spawned in, you know, using that, like, 360-degree portal rather than the wall portals, really. Must be, like, the equivalent of, like, coach class or something for demons.
Marauders are not treated very well in UACA. One was dumped into the ocean.
There you are.
The other was stuck in a wall.
I missed the chainsaw pickup. It's okay. I have a backup.
Nice.
I've messed that up enough times to know that. Here's one of the patch differences. There's normally quad damage in this room, but, okay. Excuse me, haste in this room, but on 5.0 and subsequent patches, it's now quad damage. I don't know why they changed that, but they did. You're alive, dude? Arachnotron of the year. Give that Arachnotron a raise. Come on, I need one chainsaw, dude.
Oh, he's running.
I hate that ledge. That ledge is stupid. It won't let you mantle it sometimes, and I don't know why.
Yeah, the geo in that arena is just very odd. Like, it doesn't tend to work very well for one reason or another.
Sometimes when you're punch canceling a tyrant, you just get a glory kill. It just happens and you move on. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I actually do need a blood punch for a Doom Hunter. Oh, that punch boost was nice.
That was really nice. Free time save.
Yeah. So Slayer Gates make a return in this DLC. There's hard combat challenges. Our basic plan for each Slayer Gate is BFG the crap out of them and then deal with the things that come up. Which is kind of weird. In this game, I feel like at least at my level, I don't know, maybe Choco or somebody good at this game, if they just don't have a blood punch, they reset. But I actually route in backup glory kills to make sure I have blood punches for Cybermanx and Doom Hunters and all that stuff. So like right here.
I wish I could say I'm that good, but instead, like, I just suffer from constant resets for weeks.
Yeah, so right now, I would glory kill that Archvile if I didn't have a blood punch. That's my backup.
I use that backup as well, actually. Yeah,
oh!
I use that same strat.
Okay.
Goodbye, Tyrant.
Tyrant is deleted. Wow. Is that it?
And this gate is already done. Oh,
there you are. What the? There's always the fodder. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Can I sneak in a quick donation?
Yeah, you got time for one.
Great.
Yeah.
We have a $5 donation from Mute, and he says, I'm going to butcher this, but we're going to try. Rai-to-wo. So if you too want me to get me to say more OWO on stream, make sure to get your donations in.
Please, please, cool. I could use some uwu. Can we all use a little more uwu in our life?
Yes,
okay, we're good.
It would not be incorrect to say Rytro is called Rai-to-wo about as often as Rytro by me.
Rai-to-wo? It's just all the R sounds. It's fun to uwu. Oh, by the way, we're swimming. This is a water level. You may have noticed a pattern with Destroyer Blade being used literally everywhere. The pattern continues.
And that won't go away. Even like in one of the areas, Destroyer Blade essentially just replaces the BFG, and it's almost as good. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, the secret encounter where you route out the BFG and like it only loses like 4 seconds. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope I can get this eat hook.
Destroyer Blade is just ridiculous.
Okay, good. All right, here's a strat. Here's a BFG found by D Choco himself. But it was tuned up by Frosty and I. I think we found it independently of each other, but we both have like nearly the same strat there.
Yeah, wow. That is definitely better than how I used it.
Yeah.
Before it would leave the panel until alive.
Yeah, for people who don't know, we just like BFG'd approximately 2 waves there of enemies. That's like 20 seconds of time save. I'm not even joking.
Getting to see this route become even more optimized is very nice. Feels good.
Wait, you're watching me to see it more optimized? I'm sorry, dude. Not gonna get that here.
Well, what do you mean? This looks great.
Doors. For people who don't know, doors sometimes have a trigger for them to open that's actually like a few feet in front of the door. So if you're standing right next to it at the end of the wave, it just won't open. Very rarely happens. I mean, what's it? I have a bit optimized, but I'm definitely not consistent.
Another destroyer blade. Get to have that really clean one cycle on the turret and all the fodder. Now, one of the nice things about 100% is just getting to enjoy the cleanness of the combat.
Oh. Yeah, especially in the DLCs where, like, you don't have to work up to the combat right away. In fact, the most strenuous combat levels are literally the first level of each run, Tag 1 and Tag 2 respectively.
Yeah, UACA is...
UACA is all combat optimization and, like, nothing else. Alright, I'm gonna be tried...
Performing UACA optimally is just insanely difficult.
Gonna try doing the trick Quarth did.
Whew. Okay.
I'm so scared.
First try?
I'm so scared. Alright. Okay, we got double Marauders coming up. Come... Bro!
Oh no, Marauder AI.
Dude, I'll deal with you in a second. I have someone... Thank you.
Nice.
I have to fight this one casually because I don't have any ballista or other ammo, so I just kind of have to wait for the green lights. I could do the cheese.
You would do what was it? Feet ballista?
Yeah, I would do feet ballista. I just ran out of ammo there.
Yeah, so feet ballistas. If you have higher damage on the Marauder, you can actually just shoot the ground next to the Marauder's feet, and he'll stagger or he'll falter. It's an odd interaction, but it's caused because the ballista is guaranteed to falter Marauders. That's just how it's coded, and the splash damage from the ballista makes contact with the Marauder if you shoot it on the ground, and because it has that guaranteed falter chance, it'll just cause him to falter. It's great.
Alright, are we ready for some punch canceling? Because that's all this section is.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
And this is on Nightmare, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sweating a little bit, just a little bit. I missed that ice, but whatever. Cool.
No, it's not even gonna matter.
It might matter a little, but I need... Thank you!
Nah, it don't matter.
Okay. All the dangerous stuff gone, we're good. We're so... I was a bit startled for a second, like I'm gonna die in a marathon. I still have an extra life for backup, but it doesn't feel good when you do that. Last marathon I ran it, I died 3 times in the single encounter. Creeper, yeah, we got time for about 1 donation, if you're, or 1 thing to read out, if you don't mind.
Alrighty, we have a $50 donation from Ari, and he says, Hog City, baby. Great event with a lot of great people for a great cause. Darve Heart.
Thank you, Ari.
Ari.
Got time for 1 more.
Alright, we have a $5 donation from Pear, who says, Ulu Train?
Please, please.
Come on, chat. Come on, make me read more Ulus and Oos. You got this.
Okay. Here, Blood Swamps. I have a love-hate relationship with Blood Swamps. That didn't happen. Nobody saw that. Okay, wiping that from our memory. Man, oh, that was such a clean transferring to this area. Oh, wow. Really, I practiced that a lot.
Yeah, so sometimes that Mank will just jump down and there's really not much we can do about it. He'll just ruin our pace.
Come on, dude. Please. Okay, I gotta back up that Revenant's dealing too much damage.
Another thing about Marauders, and this is like a really big reason why a lot of speedrunners don't like them, is because they tend to put up their shields from incoming enemy fire. So like basically friendly fire for them. And it can cause them to just never green light, and we lose a lot of time from things we can't prevent or can't predict.
Or better yet,
as shown there.
Or better yet, they green light, you shoot them, but an enemy shot at them, so they still put up their shield, even though they were giving you the green light.
Yeah, very difficult to handle AI once they start getting wonky.
Yeah. By the way, best OST in the game. Fight me. Blood Swamps is great.
It's kind of hard to argue. It is kind of hard to argue with that.
Mick Gordon, I'm just saying. Maybe Andrew Hochschild was better. Maybe. Maybe.
Oh yeah, this was Andrew Hochschild. I mean, I don't know if we want to get into that.
Oh, fight me, chat. Fight me. Come on. If you disagree with me, tell you what. If you like Mick Gordon, or if you like Andrew Hochschild, donate in their name. Person with the most money wins and is the best Doom composer. There we go. That's how we'll decide it.
Damn. Well, I mean, can argue with that.
Yeah.
That point.
You guys like that funny Marauder kill Quarth showed you? You're gonna see it again because I like it.
Oh no, Marauder.
Oh, he waved us goodbye. Aw, maybe we're the bad guys.
No. Marauders deserve it.
Yeah, too much RNG. They deserve to kind of get clipped into a wall. He was going to intercept me. My goodness. Normally there's a yeet hook there I like doing, but he said no and like swiped the ball out of my hand like a safety. That Arachnotron's supposed.
I was from really far away.
Yeah, that Arachnotron likes spawning in with a spirit. Spirits are just like enemies that buff other enemies, making them more damage resistant, deal more damage, go faster, whatnot. We have a lot of strats for killing possessed enemies before they get possessed, or at least dealing a lot of damage to them. I have no blood punch. This is a very sad day.
Clean though, very clean. Now we get to see the meat hook. Nice. Oh, you did that really easily. I kind of always struggle with that one.
Yeah, I found if you get up on that ledge, it's like really consistent, but I don't know if you did that. I used to Ballista Boost before I just was like, oh, there's a ledge here. I'm stealing this strat from Choco, who did the crazy idea of maybe we should keep the spirit alive, and it works.
Risky, but fast.
It's not too risky with that Destroyer Blade. Wait, did I hit this? I'm making sure I'm hitting.
If I tries to kill every single fodder there for the combat rating.
Yeah. There's a little exploit. You notice how that button was red, but I could still... I double jump. We don't talk... wow, it's so foggy here. I can't see what's going on. Huh. Fudge. I accidentally went back by the button and triggered the cutscene. You see, my problem was that I double jumped going into the jump pad, and jump pads don't refresh your jump for some reason. Don't ask me why, but Hugo Martin said it was important for pacing, maybe. Okay. I guess I need ammo. This is a bit scuffed, people. This is a bit scuffed. We're gonna work through this. Don't worry. Drama alert.
Got him the second time. I mean, definitely that was the first time.
Yeah, you see, we're supposed to route in a chainsaw right there. It's actually faster. We don't get a chainsaw afterwards. That would be weird. I am low on ballista ammo, though. I do need to chainsaw something.
Ooh, nice. So here, by leaving those guys alive, we're actually going to avoid a very dangerous demon later on.
Yep.
Got time for a quick donation?
We got here. We're gonna do a secret. We got one quick strat, and then yes. Here. No. I hate this.
Oh no.
You can jump under and actually get up to that wall if you're good enough. You got time for a donation. We're just gonna do a secret encounter here.
Alrighty, we have a $50 donation from Zeta Gundams, who says, "Thanks for putting on this event. Happy to donate during one of my favorite Doom streamers' runs."
Okay, you got time for one more.
Wow. Awesome.
Alright, we have a $11 donation from none other than Darve, and he says, "Hey everyone, thank you for your insane generosity. $1,500 already, and we are basically nearly a quarter into the event. I'm absolutely mind blown by all the support. MDSR staff has been working super hard on this and already having our goal smashed already. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And on behalf of the rest of the staff, thank you as well. You guys are amazing."
Yes.
Thank you, everybody involved. This is a great event. I really like helping out for this, and I really like running it. It's a cool thing. By the way, we just skipped that whole trial because okay, because it's slow to go the casual way.
Yeah, we did a couple of ballista boosts into a monkey bar into a couple more ballista boosts, and that's actually a lot harder than it looks. It's not an easy combination.
Yeah, normally you can like have a completely great strat there where you chain a cut speed into a ballista boost into that double, but I dashed just a second too early, so we didn't get it. But you know, that gives you incentive to check out another run to see if you to see the really cool strat. All right. I heard you like Tyrants and Barons because I put some Tyrants and Barons on your Tyrants and Barons here.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun just shooting the meat bags here. There's just so much health on these guys, and the ammo routing has to be very precise.
Baron dodged it. MLG Baron strafes. I need a chainsaw once during this, so I might as well get it now.
Yeah, and usually coming up we'd have the big baddie of this encounter.
Oh,
but
that didn't happen.
No, definitely didn't.
But
you may have noticed that Baron was missing a spirit. That comes from earlier when we got the BFG. And I said, like, we'd be missing, like, a really dangerous demon. We're actually able to have that spirit that would usually go into the Baron possess one of those two demons from way back there, because they never despawn.
Oh. I forgot you're supposed to ballista boost there. Don't worry. No. I didn't. I don't mean I completely have this memorized. Don't worry, people. It's actually first playthrough.
And Retro's clearing out a lot of those fodder just for the spawn cap.
Yeah, like the spawn cap's like 30 or so demons, and the trial encounters right at the end of each of these like side paths we're taking, they have a lot of demons, like a lot of them. They're arguably the hardest fights in the game. Like, game including DLC and base game.
Yeah, I would actually agree. Outside of, like, of course, the Holt Slayer Gate. These fights are really hard.
I hope we don't have to deal with the Holt Slayer Gate as much. Okay, so we were forced into close quarters with all these things. What I'm doing right now is I'm counting how many imps I'm killing, so I know exactly when the Whiplash spawns, which is right now. And then this Whiplash spawns, and then wait, there's 2 Hell Knights. Are you kidding me? Everyone, the last minute didn't happen, and we're moving on. Wow, okay, great. Coming to this next thing. Sometimes lock-on burst just doesn't hit. I don't know why. I don't know what caused it, but I was anticipating on that Whiplash being way low in health, but it wasn't. I'm guessing it, like, just MLG dodged some of the rockets, and it just hit a wall or something. It happens.
Yeah, lock-on burst is not the most reliable weapon mod, although when it works, of course, it's amazing.
Yeah. You gotta... What's it? There are certain situations where you have to know if it's gonna fail or if it's likely to fail, and then you just don't do it. That one, I've never ran into a problem with that Whiplash specifically, it never getting hit.
Yeah, one fun thing about I find, like, with routing this game is often it's just a matter of, do I use Destroyer Blade or do I use Lock-on Burst in this encounter? And it tends to be that Destroyer Blade is the more consistent one, and also often if you can catch enough enemies, the faster one. So thankfully, we're able to remove a little bit of the lock-on RNG from the route.
All right, here's the section. Here's the section I call the MLG Pro Gamer section, because so many soldiers spawn in and they only die to a precision bolt headshot. So you just have to headshot them this whole time. Or you go for the follow-up shot like a scrub. Not bad.
I usually, I think, got like 1 headshot. per run here. Like there are, I think it's weird. There are 8 to 9 shield soldiers here. There's never like a consistent number. And
All right.
I would just kind of give up on the PD after a while.
Here's a manipulation spot. Marauder opens up immediately. Oh.
Oh, nice follow up.
Yeah, sometime.
Yeah, that strat. Go ahead.
Yeah, that strat I think was found by Frosty. Basically, if you stand an exact distance away from a Marauder, as it spawns in, it will guaranteed melee you and give you an opening right away.
Yeah, but that was actually found by me.
It was found by you, actually? What? I must have.
Yeah,
Must have been one of the. Like, I must have coincidentally every time in that just never paid attention to you. I first saw that in a Frosty run.
Yeah. I was helping Frosty route tag 1 after I had ran SGN ML, and I had found it in SGN, and then Frosty found that it also works for Marauders that come through portals, which I did. Now it's just like used on all the Marauders in the route. It's pretty great.
So did you find that spot specifically? I thought you found the tech, but I didn't know if you found that spot specifically.
No, I didn't find that spot. I found the tech. I found
Okay.
the tech, and then I found a few spots in
Okay, yeah.
tag 1, but not most of them.
Yeah, okay. Frosty found that then. That's my confusion point.
Yes.
Yeah, Deathplane is weird here. Got it.
This strat is not. Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, one thing about patch 5 is different than patch 4. This wall is harder to dash up. I don't know how, it just is. I think they changed how dashing interacts with some collisions.
Yeah, and previous walls that you could dash up, like you might notice in later runs, like at Final Sin, right before the Icon of Sin, you can actually dash up the building, the edge of the building, to make it to the Icon of Sin boss fight, but you can no longer do that in current patch. Oh, and here we lose the double bands, tragically.
I think I have to kill this spirit or else it will possess something in the next fight. I don't want that to happen.
Good choice. That sounds horrible.
Yeah. Alright, Quarth did a different strat. I didn't learn that BFG strat. I'm gonna do the strat I found. Oh. Normally... Yeah, that Baron was one shot. Normally that Baron dies from that. Jump over?
Clean Destroyer Blade. Oh wow, that's a really nice lineup.
Okay. Yeah, Destroyer Blade lineups is this whole. Chainsaw, thank you. I keep the spirit alive here because it possesses a fodder, which is actually not bad whatsoever. Oh, unless it's a shield soldier. It's okay. That I did that for Desperate Punch, people. I did that for Desperate Punch. I'm actually gonna get a bit of health here, thank you.
Just the Archie.
I'm not locking on to the Archie because if you do lock onto the Archie, they will teleport away. So unless like I have a grenade or an ice bomb or something to stagger them, I typically won't go in for a lock on.
And now we have probably the easiest boss in the route.
Yeah, you know.
And just in general, speedrunning.
Hey, you know how we punched a bunch of boxes early in the game? Well, the boxes want revenge. You have time for probably like to read stuff out if you want to for this whole boss fight, Creeper.
All right. I just want to remind everyone that we are raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and they are dedicated to saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide. AFSP creates a culture that's smart about mental health through education and community programs. They develop suicide prevention through research and advocacy, and provide support for those affected by suicide. Every dollar counts, chat. You guys have been absolutely amazing so far.
Yeah, get those donos in, people. Would love to hear more ooh-woo voice. That's personally what I'm excited for.
Please, make me say ooh-woo and oh-oh, chat.
All right, well, after the great boss fight of shooting Box a few times, we move on to the Holt. Oh god, I hate
And
the
on really good pace. Look at the green.
dude. Yeah, what's it? I'm about like 30 seconds ahead of my PB, which is nice.
Hayden's files are extensive, and the ARC recorded all of it. The Dark Lord can't be killed until he takes physical form.
Missed the jump. Oh no, they tricked me. Now I have to. So Bloodmakers, they're a great enemy.
You could awake anyone in there, and they'll actually have to help you do it.
For people who don't know,
Speedrunning.
Bloodmakers are they're like ranged marauders. You gotta wait for their green flash, and then they'll open up and do a ranged attack at you. At that point, they're weak to a headshot, which will instantly kill them.
Yes, and sometimes they'll traverse an entire arena without using their green light.
I was not expecting that. Normally,
Yeah, that was
I thought I ice
surprising.
bombed in time, but I didn't. Okay. Now we have to deal with a possessed Cybermac.
One cool thing that Retro did earlier, in regards to the Bloodmakers, he manipulated their opening by being in a very specific location for each of their spawns. So most Bloodmakers, if you stand in the right spot, they will open their attack on their spawn, kind of similar to how you can do it with Marauders in what we call the fun zone, if you're standing from the correct distance away.
Oh, that's what the fun zone
Also, that's the
means?
one. Yeah, that's the fun zone.
I thought it was just a meme of just saying, hey, it's any time where you're not having fun in this game.
Well, I guess you could consider that the fun zone as well.
I did not mean, I thought I was swapped on to grenades. Well. On, dude. Okay.
Oh god, this
Time for
Marauder is...
donation.
Yeah, we just have to deal with Marauder here. Go for it.
Alrighty, we have a $100 donation from CG Bots with no comment. So, ooh, thank you so much.
Undo is a lot. I know, I'm
Thank you
running
so
it.
much.
This is the worst Marauder in the game. I personally hate this Marauder the most. He never likes to have fun, and he doesn't seem to like to defaulter from Beat Ballista too much for some reason. It's weird. Some Marauders seem to be more susceptible to Beat Ballista than others.
Yeah, in fact, like, Marauders tend to have their own little unique AI quirks in a lot of different ways, and they're usually consistent as well. Kind of like, why that is anybody's guess.
Yeah, maybe. Here we have to deal with another possessed Cybermac. This is great. You just do fast lock-on tech, which I believe is stuff in quartz, but for people who don't know, if you, like, swap, like, from a gun shooting to the rocket launcher, and then immediately start to lock on, you lock on very fast, almost like you're having the master dual lock speed, like, right from the get-go. Yeah, also, we chainsawed an Arachnotron before a spirit spawned in it, because if an Arachnotron has a spirit in it, and we're putting this gate in here, we will die. Kind of like that. Now here's the hardest
Whoa.
Slayer gate in the game.
With
I'm gonna
how
need a
much?
bit of concentration.
32 health?
32 health in a dream. You can't forget about that part.
Get over here.
Yeah, this is the hardest Slayer gate. There's a bunch of Bloodmakers, a bunch of Hell Knights, and they also spawn like 2 Dew Hunters on you at the same time, and also a Possessed Marauder. Oh, let's go! I got them in it.
Yes, I believe.
If you stand at approximately at that height, you can usually get the somewhat consistently that Bloodmaker to open up, which is nice. Okay.
Yeah, and I believe this is the hardest version of the gate, or the second hardest.
Yeah, they nerfed
They
it in
changed this
subsequent.
gate several times.
Didn't they nerf it in
Yeah.
subsequent patches?
I believe so. Yeah, when they
Hope.
when they nerfed.
Pray for
when
this
they
BFG, pray for
rebuffed
this BFG, pray for-
UACA, they nerfed it.
Oh! Don't have to deal with the Possessed Marauder anymore. I was most nervous for that. I'm not gonna lie, when I was doing practice nightmare attempts, I would sometimes die 3-4 times in a row in this Slayer gate just from that frickin' Marauder. So I'm actually relieved that the BFG strat worked.
And yeah, we didn't mention this earlier, but we chose Desperate Punch first out of the 3 support runes, and we're never gonna swap off of it just because the speedrunning is by far the best one.
Yeah, the weak point one is actually useful in Tag 2. I use it a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because in DLC 2 you're introduced to the hammer. So destroying a weak point will charge a hammer, so there's some nice synergy there. I just prefer using that.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense.
Should I do this despawn? Eh, why not? Let's show off the despawn. Ah, I missed it. Whatever. I don't like
That
doing the
one's really hard
despawn
to
when I do
Very
runs.
precise.
I just don't like doing it, so I'm, most of the time. But when I do, like, actual, like, trying hard on runs, I do this encounter because I think it's kind of silly that this is skipped in an ace category when this, like, by the looks of it, looks pretty dang intended.
Yeah. So to give some background on how combat rating works in this category, we don't actually have combat rating for the DLC. We have what we call hidden combat rating, which is usually just abbreviated to HCR, and HCR is like basically tracked in the game's memory, but doesn't exist like for the player to see without like going into the memory and finding it. Usually with something like Cheat Engine or Live Split, and because it's not really intended to be by the player, it's a little funky. It's a little odd.
Yeah.
But we needed something to separate, or something to guarantee you're gonna have to actually do fights. That's why people are sent for the combat.
Yeah, we need something tangible. We might swap. There's been talk of swapping to like an encounter list or something. Category's still very much in flux, but it's fun. Like even in this state, like you do a lot of the combat, and it's just nice.
Yeah, I definitely like HCR in Tag 1. In Tag 2, it's a little bit messier, unfortunately.
Yeah, a very small thing I did there. I BFG'd there. BFG removes the Maker's invulnerability shield, so you can just like shoot them as long as you have a BFG. Okay, this Bloodmaker's not playing nice. Cool. You like Destroyer Blade? I like Destroyer Blade. Destroyer Blade deals a lot of damage, so normally you can justify the long charge time if you have several enemies in your line of sight. Like 3 super heavies is like totally worth it.
Yeah, that comes out to 7,200 damage from one shot.
Yeah,
What's insane?
For relative thing, a Destroyer Blade deals like just under like a lock-on burst, 3 rockets worth of damage. So doing a lock-on burst to like 3 different enemies at once is definitely nice. Okay, cool. I'll get the 2-cycle funded.
Yeah, and on top of that, the Barons and Tyrants, they actually resist lock-on. So it turns out that Destroyer Blade does a good bit more damage to the lock-on.
Yeah. If optimal DPS for a Tyrant or Baron, it does actually require lock-on. Using fast lock-on is like insane amounts of DPS. So we don't use it a lot unless there's like one we want to focus down really quickly and we have rockets to burn. Okay, here is the Possessed Tyrant fight. There's a Possessed Tyrant, just as it sounds. Basically what we're gonna do is just ignore the Possessed Tyrant all the way till the last phase of the fight where we have everything spawned in. And there will be a Bloodmaker that spawns in. Basically, Bloodmakers, they also drop ammo when you headshot them, so we use this to refill our rockets real quick. And just unload on the Tyrants, doing tons of DPS. And bam. Yeah. We're all out of rockets now, though. I think he did his job.
There used to be a BFG we used in that encounter, but I think it was moved to the pillar fight, right?
Yeah, we moved it to the pillar fight because chasing fodder there is stupid. I think you found that routing, didn't you?
Yeah, I moved it, but I wasn't sure if like you kept it there.
Yeah, I constantly fought that Tyrant without BFG because I just always, when I ran this initially, just forgot to pick up a BFG somewhere. So it's actually quite a natural transition for me because of my stupidity.
Oh no.
To be fair, the BFG, if you want to miss one BFG, that is a great BF. I barely missed that ledge. It's cool. There's a
Yeah, that BFG doesn't save all that much time.
parkour puzzle. Skipped.
According to the Korax tablets, if you kill
If you saw Course Run, you know exactly what I'm doing here. Building up Desperate Punch so I can immediately do... Since I'm playing on an updated patch, though, it doesn't deal as much damage, but still does a lot. I'm just waiting for him to get down, and then I can Blood Punch him to death.
Nice, and that strat is a lot riskier on Nightmare.
Yeah. BFG strat in order to kill these two things first. The spirits now have nothing to possess, so you can just do this for a sec. Okay, I don't like you, Mancubus. Take it. Chill out.
This requires some pretty precise timing. Ooh.
8 health
little
and a
close.
dream. There's a reason I freeze that Mancubus. That Mancubus actually is killer. And we have a
Now
little
we're
bit of an
entering, like,
auto-scroller here. We just have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have time to read out for the next minute or so.
Alrighty. We have a $5 donation from Pear once again, with a question for you, Rytro. He says he needs some help deciding what to eat for dinner. What are your thoughts?
I'm always a sucker for Mexican food. I would say go to your local joint, pick up like a chimichanga or something. You won't regret it. It's got time for more.
Taco ride?
Yada yada yada. Something about how to train your caco. Whee! Yeah, they're little AI. You can manipulate them so that they have to go horizontally to like chase you. But if you're directly above them. Oh, by the way, I was charging Desperate Punch that whole time, totally.
Nice. And unfortunately, it's not gonna end his phase immediately like with Course Run.
Ooh, got the Destroyer Blade. Yeah, similar to BFG, you can just send a Destroyer Blade to attack that Pain Elemental before it gets possessed by a Spirit, which is really nice. Okay.
This encounter, by the way, this phase is not easy, even if you're speedrunning. I say actually, especially if you're speedrunning, it's really difficult.
This is probably the most difficult boss fight casually and in the speedrun. Well, there we go.
And with 200 health. Didn't
Easy
even
game.
need the mega health.
Okay, I would love to watch this cutscene, however, we don't have time. On to tag 2.
Running with speed.
Dude, what's it? That was a 45 time in in-game time. That's really good for me. I typically
was
get
really
like
fast.
47s or something. Okay, on to tag 2. Tag 2. If you like tag 1, you'll love tag 2. Tag 2 is like the most fun, I want to say, per pound to speedrun. Casually and debatable. But, yeah, we just, like, you'll see here, Destroyer Blade is our friend. As well as, oh, I missed an, sometimes an enemy can spawn, and you can tell because my objective marker didn't flash in the top left. That's usually
Nice catch.
yeah, that's my sanity test to be like, oh, this is, I missed an enemy or so.
And before I mentioned that the HCR, the hidden combat rating, is kind of weird in tag 1, or sorry, in tag 2. You saw like kind of the first instance of that, where Rytro backtracked in order to spawn some demons by picking up armor. So those are like optional demons, but they're tracked using HCR, so
Yeah.
he has to fight them.
And an encounter that has no right to be tracked is tracked. So, tell you what, it's technically not in the route, But if we do good on this, I'll maybe do it for fun.
Oh no.
Oh, you see, if you know, you know, and if you don't, hold on.
Oh no.
Yeah, we just gotta wait for these things to spawn in. All these spawns are perfectly consistent, so you just gotta memorize what order they come in, and then just spam attacks.
That's what we love to have as speedrunners, some consistency.
Yeah, Tag 2 is not known for its consistency. There's a lot of RNG in the encounter spawns and where things spawn and whatnot, especially in later levels. Alright, we're going to be introduced to our friend, the Armored Baron, which if you like Marauders, you'll like the Baron's armor, because the Baron has armor that's a Marauder. Or as I like to call it, Mararmor. Basically, we wait for the flash, and if the flash happens, and MDSR is regretting accepting my run right now. Here, I did a little.
So that was.
Oh, go ahead.
Can you explain what just happened? You grabbed the monkey bar from behind.
Yeah, the monkey bar. You're supposed to go through this tunnel casually, like all this. Sorry, this Baron just wanted to F my day up. But if you if you look behind, if you like look away from the monkey bar and go to hug that invisible wall, you're actually able to clip in and get to that area early. Why do I do that? Well, turns out there's enemies that don't spawn until you get to that point in the area. You get them to spawn early, and I don't have to kill them because I BFG'd and they died to that. So that's the general strat to it. Oh, one more imp.
Yeah, and one more thing that's like odd about that particular interaction, usually you can't grab monkey bars if you're not facing them, but that one you can only grab if you're not facing it.
Yeah, unfortunately no Choco Bar strats in Tag 2.
No, we'll find a way to incorporate it, I'm sure.
Totally. We just need a monkey bar that we can't grab onto. Or that's slow to grab onto. People don't know, Choco Bar is what we call when you're facing backwards to not grapple onto a monkey bar. Because Choco found that because they're poggy. Oh, we were in an enclosed room, but turns out if you know exactly where things spawn, you can kill them as they spawn, so you don't like get any fear. Oh. It's good, we got him. Here's a little bit of routing I am responsible for. Basically, after you do that encounter, there's this BFG that you're supposed to be like get in the previous encounter. However, you can realize that after you jump out of that window just there, you're actually right above the BFG room. So you just do that and then continue on the route.
Oh, that was super cool. I have not seen that before.
Yeah. Now we just gotta wait for this doggy. And you may notice, you like purple goo, right? Who likes purple goo? Yeah, neither do I. So we literally take a little bit of damage over time so that we don't have to stand in the purple goo. It's worth it because you gain more survivability from your mobility than you would, have from just standing in there. Also, I knew where that Macubus was gonna spawn, so I could just spawn camp chainsaw it.
Oh, this was really clean.
Oh. Hope you like Destroyer Blade. Because I missed... but it's fine. Okay. One more chainsaw. I chainsaw there because we have to wait for the door to open. And the game considers enemies dead at the beginning of their chainsaw animation. So if you have to wait for a door to open, getting a chainsaw is always nice. You just get free ammo.
Yeah, and one thing that's odd about that is glory kills don't have the same property where they count as dead the moment you enter them. Instead, like, it depends on the glory kill, and it can be anywhere from like mid-animation to like the very end.
Yeah, we just heard Commander Valen say my son, so now we have a hammer now. I'm destroying certain weak points during this encounter so that I have hammer charged by this point. So I can just stun lock these tyrants to death. And just punch cancel them, because I have them stunned. Oh. Never mind. One of those mecha zombies was just trying to ruin my day. Their flamethrower actually does insane DPS.
Yeah,
So
I was playing on controller actually the other day.
you, but go on.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing on controller and I found the most dangerous enemy for me in the whole game were the mecha zombies. They killed me quite a few times.
Yeah, their flamethrower do not screw around. It's insane. Here's Stone Imps. We're supposed to do, you know, they're white because this is an homage to Under the Mayo. You're supposed to full auto them to death. However, you can also just use your energy shield and bash into them, and it works just fine.
Yeah, and then they patched that up.
Yeah, this is
So,
why we're on a
5.0.
yeah, we're on a down patch version of the game, just so almost exclusively for this trick. That and one thing in Amora.
Oh, very nice ballistic.
Here's some combat routing I discovered.
We
I'm
don't get
proud
to
of
see the
this.
dragon, unfortunately.
Oh, come on. Okay, that's cool. An imp came here. You have to kill 2 stone imps to initiate the next wave, which is spawning right here. Okay. Wait for this guy to come in, freeze him, hammer, punch cancel to death. Or an imp can come and knock me away from it. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't need to do that strat anyway. Here's a cool strat. Ah. I actually got the bad version of it, but that's still pretty good. Basically just carry your momentum from that pad while you're waiting for things to open up for you to go to the next area. Ooh. Oh. That happens. I'm grabbing this because this is a marathon, and there's actually a few arenas where if you die doing this route, you will soft lock. So I'm not risking it. I am not risking it whatsoever.
Yeah, I doubt you'll need it, but that's probably a good idea.
There are some extra lives that are really slow that I'm grabbing in Amora just for that reason. It is... Oh. There's just soft lock, like literally you just have to ignore... What's it? If you die during an encounter, you have to reset mission or you just can't continue. Alright.
Unfortunately, that's not all that uncommon.
Yeah, here's an escalation encounter. These are Slayer gates for DLC 2. Basically, you're required to do one fight. However, because this is 100%, we will be doing every fight. Now, Strimmer, why are you glory killing the Cybermanx? I thought glory killing was slow. Turns out, yes, it is. However, we have to kill a lot of Cybermanx and a lot of Doom Hunters, so keeping Blood Punch is nice, and we do those primarily in sections where we have downtime. There are a few exceptions to the rule, though.
Oh, all the lock-ons are hitting. That's nice.
That's nice. While he's jumping up, I use that Okay, can't hide there, dude. Doing a bit of damage to this Baron. BFG. Okay, dude. That BFG did nothing to him. I'm upsetty spaghetti. Sometimes that happens. I needed to get a chainsaw because...
Best case scenario is everybody dies from that, right?
Sorry, what?
Is best case scenario that all the demons die from that? BFG?
Yeah, if you get it so that it kills the Baron and clears the room, it saves 20 seconds, which is better than the BFG strats we had before. I found that BFG routing.
Wow, yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, over the next best strat, I believe it's around 12 seconds of time save. Okay, great thing about the hammer is that... Huh? Sorry?
I was just asking, where was it used before?
It was used actually in the encounter, the previous encounter with the armored baron in the plains. I forget exactly what it's called. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, about arena 2 before this. Okay. Here's more routed in glory kills. These are relatively fast glory kills, so we get them. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. How you doing, Archie? Good? Okay, how are the kids? And then another Archie. I know exactly where he's going to spawn. I hammer him just to stun lock. Take this opportunity to get some chainsaw and a hammer. And here's 2 tyrants. Importantly, I don't want to punch cancel these guys, actually, because I want to conserve a blood punch for the Doom Hunters that just spawned in. Okay. Did I say I wanted these Doom Hunters? Nah, I actually didn't. I realized I didn't use a hammer, so I just used a hammer. Hammer disables their shield, so you can deal damage to them, alpha rotation in the face without having to aim much, which is nice. Normally I do a blood punch there, but I think I forgot to hammer the Tyrant, so I just kind of played it by ear. And it worked out.
Yeah, would you say the hammer is the most fun part about Tag 2?
Oh, okay. Normally in Doom Eternal speedrunning, whenever you're running base game, usually when you have an issue, you're just like, okay, I don't have ammo here. I was explaining. You're usually just like, I don't have ammo here. What's the solution? Chainsaw. It's always chainsaw. But in Tag 2, it's a bit more complicated because the hammer also gives you chainsaw. So you can... So it's actually good because you have multiple options to solve your issues depending on how much hammer charge you have at the time, how many demons have weak points. If you have chainsaw fuel, do you want to save chainsaw fuel for something else? It just adds another layer of complexity that I really liked when I first started routing this. Okay.
Yeah, I would say, like, for me, I actually really struggled with routing in the hammers because I was so not used to it, and I kind of just gave up.
Here, I'm trying to do some...
Return to Tag 2, I would do my best to actually put those in the route.
I'm trying to do some precise manipulations here of the Bloodmaker's AI, trying to get them to open up, and I got 3 for 4. That's good. I'll take that any day.
Yeah, it was very difficult. Like we mentioned in Tag 1, certain locations, if you stand in certain locations during Bloodmaker spawns, they'll open up immediately. And for those ones, it's difficult to get into the right places quickly enough and be precise enough to have them open up immediately. Getting 3 for 4 is really good.
Okay, he didn't get stunned from the hammer, that's fine. I can just alpha rotation him to death. Whew.
Yeah, unfortunately sometimes demons won't falter when they're just jumping for their attack animations, and the hammer works the same way as the falter system.
Yeah,
so
there's a parkour session right up above, but I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna do this. Line up here. And watch some magic.
forming some pause boosts. This is some crazy tech.
I missed that one. I'm actually gonna load checkpoint. I want to get this strat. I hit menu a second too early.
This tech is just super cool. Essentially, what Retro is doing here is he's using the menu to shoot ballista like it's a full auto weapon. Basically no cooldown on ballista shots. And we're not exactly sure how this tech works like under the hood, but essentially if you fire Arbalist and then you switch your weapon mod directly after and keep switching, you're actually shooting every time you come out of the menu here. And
let's go.
You can use it to get some insane height.
And we skip that whole parkour section. Now hold on. This is hidden combat rating. Where the heck? Can I not fast travel? The heck?
Oh, yeah, sometimes you can't.
Here. I'll see. Give me a second. Can I load checkpoint? Game? Okay, fine. It's too much of a headache. There's an Easter egg encounter that's technically included if you go by hidden combat rating as an all combat encounters run. but it requires you to fast travel, and for some reason fast travel is locked. I actually don't know why that would be the case. Not gonna lie, but I guess
Yeah,
it was.
sometimes it just doesn't unlock in World Sphere kind of mystery, as far as I know.
Oh.
Yeah, usually you fight 5 Marauders, and that 5 Marauder encounter has caused a little bit of controversy in the Tag 2 speedrunning community, just because it happens to be tracked by the hidden combat rating. And for a long time, that encounter, we didn't even know it existed. So we have all these runs that have already been completed without the Marauder encounter, and very few people, if any, in the community want to speedrun with the Marauder encounter included. But since the hidden combat rating tracks it, we're in a bit of a dilemma, and we're still deciding what we want to do about that, which is why these days not many people are running this category actively. They're just kind of waiting for a decision on what we're gonna do. But the community's working on it so far. We're just kind of in a standstill.
Yeah. The whole logic is, well, it's an Easter egg encounter. Easter egg encounters are completely optional and should not be required. Kind of, by definition, they're supposed to be hidden gems. So, should we allow it? A lot of people are going like, nah. What's it? More on that maybe in a bit. Yeah. That was actually a really hard combat encounter we just did. Oh, by the way, epilepsy warning coming up. If you're sensitive to flashes, I recommend closing your eyes for a few seconds. Never mind. Epilepsy warning retracted because I accidentally mantled. Normally you can stack those 2 cutscenes by hitting that lever, but I mantled, so didn't get it. That's unfortunate.
That trick is really difficult. It requires basically perfect movement to get to that lever.
Yeah, it's precise timing, and you can't just, like, go on the ground and move towards it or dash or something. You have to jump before the barrier goes, so you have some downwards momentum. Yeah. It looks simple, but I assure you it's not. Dude. I hit it just barely before I got it. Ah, that happened several times in this run. Okay. Escalation encounter, aka Slayer Gates. Here, we're gonna do actually a pretty cool strat. There's a Marauder in this counter. You're just gonna have to believe me, because you won't see one. Oh god, I hope this lineup is correct.
Oh, you got it.
Woo, let's go. What happens is that I'm standing on the spot the Marauder is supposed to spawn in, but because that spot is taken by my character model, game just doesn't spawn in the Marauder, so I don't have to kill it. It's very dangerous because you have to set that up.
Yeah, very dangerous. That
Luckily,
is specific to, I was going to say, specific to escalation encounters and just Slayer Gates for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, because I got really lucky there. The Cursed Prowler spawns right where the Marauder was supposed to spawn, so I could just kill the Cursed Prowler, because Cursed Prowler is the biggest threat there. Cursed Prowler, if it hits you, you just have to track it down and blood punch it, or else you'll be slowly taking damage over time. Oh. That ballista shot hit a giblet. Sometimes when it hits a giblet. Okay. Doom Hunter hit me. Can't believe that. Didn't even see the Doom Hunter there. I've got to wait for this Marauder. Hammer him. Hammering extends the Marauder's stun window, which is really helpful so that you can consistently one-cycle him. Come on, Okay. This was Ultra Nightmare. I would be so startled, not gonna lie. Taking this. I'm pretty sure no one will blame me for taking that glory kill.
No, I can't imagine.
I thought that was the last gargoyle. I wanted a chainsaw. I was
Yeah,
on.
so these mecha zombies aren't actually part of the encounter.
Yeah, the clear condition is not required on the mecha zombies dying, so we try to ignore them.
Here we just get to have some fun with the hammer.
Yep. And yeah, we have time for Creeper. We have time for you to read something if you want for a minute or so. We just have traversal.
All right, I want to remind everyone that we are raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and they are dedicated to saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide. AFSP creates a culture that's smart about mental health through education and community programs. They develop suicide prevention through research and advocacy, and provide support for those affected by suicide. And I want to issue a challenge to Twitch chat. We have about 15 or so minutes before the end of this run. 15-20 minutes. I would like to see us reach $2,000 by the end of this run. And I think you guys can do it.
Ooh. Are you gonna take that, Twitch chat? I don't think you got it in you. Oh, by the way, I just skipped like 2 combat encounters. It's fine, don't worry. Oh god, that imp Mr. President did my blood punch there. Yeah, those encounters, you can skip them casually, actually. You just need to know where the button is. The button is active as soon as you get there, so you can go the intentional route. Basically, what we do is only pressing the button. So it's not too much we skip by, by all this mad parkour stuff. Okay. Where is this last enemy?
We could potentially even skip this encounter, but it's tracked by the hidden combat rating.
Yeah, there is a cool little crane skip that if you ever watch Tag 2 NMG is super insane, super precise. Oh, cool. If you go fast enough, sometimes that soldier doesn't spawn, which actually saves a bit. You don't have to kill him. Actually, oh, I barely missed this. It's cool, it's cool. Pick that up. Now we're out of here. There's a little hidden secret with a BFG. We say hi to the Revenants, past them. We don't need to deal with them. Trigger this, it's fine.
Encounters. Encounters pretty infamous in casual play.
Yeah, encounter is definitely tough. It's cheesed by lock-on and a destroyer blade though. Alright, here is a big combat optimization arena. You can save so much time if you optimize combat well here. I got a glory kill, so I have a blood punch ready. There's Doom Hunter. I want to blood punch him, make sure he's dead. Hell Knight that also spawned in, it's programmed to chase me down, so I just wait for it. I heard the Cursed Prowler. Gonna hammer this Doom Hunter to disable his shield, and also, oh look, Baron, just in time, thank you.
Oh, you get the splash damage on both. That's really nice.
Yeah, if you PP rocket something, you get splash damage on everything. And I'm gonna fast lock on tech this Mancubus to death. Okay, maybe not. I had slightly less rockets. That Spirit, actually, it's like a speedrunner, much like us, so it's socially anxious. It doesn't want to possess anyone else, so we just leave it be. There's Archvile. We BFG to kill it.
Please stand you down.
It took no damage there. It took no damage from the BFG, so we just had to alpha rotation in the face, which is fine. And now we outie, boys. We go through this big portal thing, which sends us to the heart of hell. You know, as portals in demon-infested Earth do. Now we're into the last level of the run, Imora. Basically, Infinity War happens. Skip the best cutscene? Sorry, I don't want to get DMCA'd by Marvel for that cutscene. We go straight into the escalation encounters, because it's just one big traversal. Now, the escalation counter, your best friend here is Destroyer Blade. Destroyer Blade all the way. Just Destroyer Blade everything. Okay. And also, these encounters spawn plenty of Maker Drones, so if you are able to gain distance, you will survive. How the heck did this Dread Knight live? Okay, buddy. Doom Hunter, I'm preserving a blood punch.
That empty space just took up the whole screen.
It's cool. You know, his moment in the spotlight. Everyone deserves it. One quick thing, I'm not doing a lock-on strat to kill the Doom Hunter quick because there's whiplashes I want to kill actually. So I'm trying to Destroyer Blade these guys in order to hopefully get some of them in the mix. Okay, screw you, Carcass. Oh. Cool. Dude, Kako, could you... This Kako's impervious.
That Kako is still alive? Oh
Kako of the year. Give him a promotion. And that should be the encounter.
You'll need to
Very
get over those
clean.
walls to continue the assault.
Yeah, that's not bad. Wish I could have killed the whiplashes earlier, but you can't wish for perfection each time. It's Doom Eternal. By the way, all the spawns in most of these encounters are RNG. So me, like, the first Dread Knight Whiplash phase, I had to rely, just hope the whiplashes were close. Okay, they're dead. There you are. Okay, very quickly, after this Baron, I'm actually going to wait a second, fire the BFG, because there's a Marauder spawning in, and if you BFG while he's spawning in, he gets a little bit of tendril damage. Okay, see, so I can just one-cycle him.
That's really nice.
There's a hammer over here I can pick up afterwards. I'm going to save this hammer, actually, because there's a Marauder that spawned in, and I want to one-cycle him.
Would you say we've managed to avoid all of the BFG hotspots are going? BFG crash hotspots?
There is a soft lock where we BFG. It's not a BFG crash, but we would not be out of we're not out of the woods yet. We still have about 3 BFGs in the route. All of which could crash at any moment, really.
Oh boy.
Here, these are extra lives I'm picking up because there's a soft lock coming up that if I die, I don't want to sit here and load a save file or open up Cheat Engine or something, so we're just going to pick those up for safety. This is the arena, that if you die, you just soft lock. I think it has something to do with us skipping the enemies over there. Okay.
Can I sneak in a few donations?
Yeah, actually, we just have some pretty basic combat coming up, so yeah, sneak in a couple.
Alrighty, we have a $45 donation from Pear, and they say, only 300 away from 2,000. We can do it, chat. Smiley face. And we have a $20 donation from MareBear3 with no comment.
Bear!
Thank you so much.
Mare's great. Thank you, Mare. And thank you, Pear, as well. Mare Pear. Fun fact, that last combat encounter I could actually technically skip, but with hidden combat rating rules, but I don't skip it because I take protest to skipping that combat encounter. It just seems like such a nice combat encounter to include. There's also a combat encounter I should skip, which it looks like I'm going to skip, but trust me, I won't. Okay, after we do this. Now, chat, I heard you like yeet hooks. Yeet hooks are fun. Yeet hooks are fun. Do you like yeet hooks? Here's one. Hidden here to hit an enemy trigger. And bam. I actually need to find one fodder demon. I need a hammer. And now, basically, we just one-cycle both these Marauders with precise hammer pickups that we've done before. Oh, okay, this won't do it. Okay, whatever. Fight me mano a mano, bro. You won't. Come on, you won't come at me.
So this fight, it's not tracked by HCR, right?
It's not tracked by HCR. I just like doing it because I feel like it should be included, like, spiritually.
I have to agree. And that's just one of them.
Okay.
One of the drawbacks of using HCR.
Okay, well, this encounter went bad. I hammered a second too late. It's okay. I'll just kill this Baron first. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I have this under control. Don't worry. Come on, dude. I told you I had it. I told you I had it under control. Sometimes the death plane didn't despawn. Cool, now it did. Whee!
Oh, interesting how far this creature buff reaches, because even those demons out there were buffed.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, these are demonic troopers. They're like stormtroopers, and that they die in one hit. And they can't aim. But they give you a bit of ammo, which is nice. I'm actually ignoring this Dread Knight here because it's not required. Okay, now I'm about to do a BFG here, and you're going to be like, why did you BFG? You could have just moved on. These enemies don't despawn here. So, the last combat encounter of the arena will pretty much almost be guaranteed to soft lock and or go very slow if we don't BFG to kill all the demons there.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, they can still soft lock, right?
It can still soft lock. It has something to do with like a gargoyle spawning in and out of bounds, but the game thinks that you're still in the combat encounter, and the gargoyle just doesn't die. All right, here we go. This is the last big combat encounter of the game, and it's honestly pretty optimized in terms of combat. Okay, yeah, just believe me. I would have locked that guy on totally. You believe me, right? Hammer.
Oh, there he is.
Waiting for this Bloodmaker to give me a green light. Now everything's dead, and we just have to deal with the possessed Sparran. Okay. That possesses Cybermank, didn't it? That's worst case scenario. Cybermank doesn't die to a BFG shot. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup. Oh boy, that Cybermank does a lot of damage over time. Hold on, just gonna deal some damage here, and then BFG. Whew. All right.
Oh, no soft lock. Let's go.
No soft lock. Yes. All right.
This is a neat little trick.
Yeah, the clear condition for that encounter is all enemies are dead. So if you kill every imp at the same time, all enemies are dead before the next wave spawns, so it just lets you go. We're here to the Dark Lord. We're here to deal with Lord Farquaad.
Yeah. And that used to be done with the BFG, but turns out you can do that pretty consistently just with a Destroyer Blade.
Yeah, Dark Lord is kind of uninteresting as a boss fight. It's a Marauder. There's a lot of Tango waiting for him to attack so that we can attack. There is a one cycle we can do in phases 2 and 3, though, which is what I'm going to do. Basically, whenever I'm not in 2 and 3, I'm just punch canceling Super Shotgun because that's optimal DPS when you're close range. And here's a one cycle coming up. Let's see if I can nail it. Give me a green light, green light, green light.
Yeah,
green light, please.
Two different ways to one cycle this, and none of them are easy. They're all pretty hard.
That's one cycle.
Nice.
Come on, come at me again. Okay, that's fine. He can hit me. He also heals whenever he deals damage to you, so you only want him to take damage from him when he's full health. One of those PB didn't hit. This is gonna fail. It's okay. There's a backup. Turns out, I call this a bloodshot because I've learned about it from Bloodshot. But if you shoot through an enemy, he can't block it. So I just take this. It's okay. Just wait a second. There he goes. That's a little glitch where if he's close to the wall, he won't just stagger for some reason until he moves away from the wall.
Wow. Can't say I've seen that. That was interesting.
He did the position to give me green eyes, and then he just swiped at me without it. Come on, dude. Yeah, I'm fine, by the way. All those enemies spawned in. It's cool.
There's no one cycles for this stage.
There is a one hammer that Zeusar found. Shoutouts to Zeusar, but
Oh, really?
yeah, where you only have to hammer him once, and then you just need another opening, and he can be dead. But it's hard. I don't like doing it. Maybe I'll learn it in the future. Here I'm getting a few glory kills. Time is up when I punch him for the last time and when his health bar goes to 0. So, come on. Green light. Green light. You know, they said red light, green light couldn't get a video game adaptation, but here we are. Simon says attack, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, I'm getting an attack here. There it is.
Yeah, it's primarily RNG, what attack King Shadow the Hedgehog does to you. So you just have to stand mid-range and hope he gives you good luck.
Oh, this looks good.
Oh. Grab this for safety. And time is coming up pretty soon here. Time.
Beautiful.
Woo! And that's all the DLC is with most of the combat you guys like. Got any shoutouts you want to do,
And
Choco?
I want to mention, you want to run this as well as the base campaign on that here, like the whole shebang, 100%.
My end goal is having a good UN speedrun of 100% base game, tag 1, tag 2.
Wow, that is an insane goal. Do you have like a time you want to reach for that?
Ideally, I would love a 3:30 time, aka 3:30, like 3:39 would be acceptable. I want like a 3:39 across the whole thing. To do that, I'm grinding for sub 210 in 100% base game, and I'm almost close to my goals in this. I only have to work on tag 1, and then I feel I'm ready.
Wow, yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So if you want to see a UN marathon sprint, that's what I'm working on. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I'm glad to have you all here. I had a ton of fun just relaxing and just talking crap with Choco while there was a speedrun on in the background. It was nice. It was nice. A few shout outs. Thank you very again to Mare. She donated. They donated. I really appreciate them. Thank you again to all the mods in my chat. Thank you all the mods in the MDSR. Thank you all the event coordinators. And most of all, thank you. I've been Rytro, people. Thank you all for having me. I hope you have a good one.
All right. Thank you once again, Rytro, for that amazing Tag 1 and Tag 2 run. And Choco for on commentary. That was awesome, guys.